The Jagradadi Avasthas reveal how aware and productive a planet is. Just like people, planets are in different states of wakefulness, and that affects how alert and effective they are. There are 3 states of wakefulness, namely Jagrad, awake, Swapna, sleepy, and Sushupti, slumbering. And these 3 states show the level of awareness of a planet and how active it is. Right? What can we achieve, right, when we are asleep? Well, let's say we are really tired and we can hardly keep our eyes open. We hardly have any energy, and then we can only function on a certain level. We are at our best when our energy level is high, our eyes are wide open, and we are ready for action. And this is basically what the Jagradadi Avasthas are about. They show whether we are ready for action, whether we just go through the motions, or whether we completely checked out. So now let's start with the Jagrad Avastha, the awake state. The Jagrad Avastha makes a planet fully functional and able to give the best results. And this happens when a planet is in own sign, Mula Trikona, or exaltation dignity. That's when the planet is fully alert, fully energized, and he's in complete control of the environment and able to deliver the most desirable results. Compared to the lower states of awareness, when a planet is awake, it by itself has the ability to manifest. And so anytime that you run the dasha of a planet who is awake, you can expect the best possible effects that truly make a difference in your life, right? You feel on top of your life, you're confident, and life is working in your favor. As an example, if Venus is in Jagrad Avastha, in Taurus, Libra, or Pisces, then it's fully awake and ready to give the best results. In romantic relationships, right, everything falls into love effortlessly, right? You find the right partner, the relationship grows beautifully, the challenges will be less, and when they do arise, then they are resolved more gracefully and in a way that strengthens the bond. And this is really the power of an awake Venus, right? It brings the best experiences of love and marriage because Venus is fully awake and capable of delivering the best results. When a planet is in a natural friend sign or a natural neutral sign, it is in Swapna Avastha. And so it is half awake and it can function, but without the energy required to bring about success, right? In this state, it does not want to function on a high level, right? It just wants to maintain what it influences. And so it's not really interested to do anything big, but it will also not let anything fall apart. It just does whatever is required to maintain. So let's go back to our Venus example. When Venus is in a sleepy condition, then it can maintain the marriage, but it won't be special, right? The person can find a reasonably compatible partner and the relationship is stable, but it won't be a fairy tale romance, right? The interactions will be more routine and predictable and lack real excitement for each other. And so Venus can't really bring about a deeply fulfilling marriage when it is in a sleepy condition. But the good thing is that it also won't cause major problems either. And so all by itself, when Venus is in Swapna Avastha, it will produce an average marriage experience. A planet is in Sushupti Avastha when it is in its natural enemy sign or its debilitation sign. And so when it is in its deep sleep condition, then the planet really struggles to maintain what it rules and influences, right? It's going to function in distorted ways, and the effort it makes will not bring the desired result. And the reason is that the planet here simply has no awareness of what it is supposed to do, and that will lead to irresolvable problems, decline, and loss. So let's try and understand the Sushupti Avastha with our Venus example. Venus is deeply asleep when in a natural enemy sign or in a stabilization sign, and then it is unable to support a romantic relationship, right? The romantic relationship will face significant challenges simply because there's no awareness of how to act in ways that creates actually a mutually fulfilling experience. The problems won't get resolved, and then the resentment builds up and people start to distance themselves. And in the worst case, this decline can lead to a complete loss of affection and even separation. So what is the solution? Well, when a planet is asleep, then it needs to wake up. Okay, so this means that the person needs to wake up. Right? When planets are asleep, we need to wake them up and make a conscious effort to change our behavior. And with Venus in Virgo, this means that we need to learn to love from the heart and act in ways that promote fairness and harmony. And as with everything in life, if we don't know how to do something, then we simply need to educate ourselves and make an effort. And in this case, we need to educate ourselves about how to create a harmonious relationship and how to be happy in marriage. And then when two people develop a different approach to how they interact in their marriage, then gradually they can start to have really deep and meaningful conversations. And then day by day, they can increase their trust and appreciation for each other.